Great job. Hell of a team win. All the guys that stepped up and stepped in, great job. Nobody blinked. Just a great job. One banner up, 2 to go.
Yes, sir.
This ain't this little. All right, this little. This next hat and t-shirt's a little bit bigger. Let's make sure we're working on that. Let's go. Come on, man.
Let's go. Hey, congratulations to everybody, man. That's a huge accomplishment. We got more to do. Bucks on 3, 1, 2, 3, Bucks.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Sports Talk 40 live and exclusively on NSPN. I'm Blake Anthony. Welcome to the show. If all y'all were on recently on social media, I was challenged by Big Brad to Trick Shot Challenge. I accepted his challenge. Make sure to check out Brad Johnson 14 on Twitter, as well as me on all my social media platforms, as you see below. Blake Anthony 49. Tuesday is the first trick shot that goes up. Let's see what happens. So we're going to talk about post-game of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Carolina Panthers. Bucs on the road, plethora of injuries. A new addition to injury was Shaq Barrett, as you heard this morning by Bruce Arians, that Shaq Barrett will remain out until the playoffs. They're taking no chances with the Jets and then the Carolina Panthers left on the schedule. Granted, you can't take anything for granted. You don't know what's going to happen in either game, but they assume they should win those 2 games and get some of these guys back healthy coming into the playoffs. A bye week would be nice, but we'll have to see where the chips fall with that, with Green Bay and Arizona and Dallas and those guys like that. So Bucs win 32-9, do not give up a touchdown in that entire game after not scoring a touchdown in the last performance. And that's 2 weeks of no touchdowns. They lost 9-0 against the New Orleans Saints at home on primetime, then put up a 32-9 beating on division rival while clinching the NFC South, first time since 2007. And there's many players on this roster that have been here for a long time that have not seen an NFC South title. But as you heard Bruce Arians say, this is little stuff. They got 2 more to go. The next one is just a little bit bigger. And they're going to be tried. They're going to have some adversity to overcome without heavy emerging star Chris Godwin, Mike Evans' hamstring. Luckily, they have AB on the roster. He had some things to say. We're going to hear from him. We're going to hear from Tom Brady. We're going to hear from Keyshawn Vaughn, who had a big day with a 55-yard touchdown. And you're going to hear from Will Golston and Jordan, the Beast Whitehead. Cannonball, as I called him. The Cannonball, because he plays like he's shot out of a cannon. Fits well with being in a stadium with a pirate ship. I'll just say, kind of clever on the puns. But first and foremost, let's hear from Tom Brady about Sunday's victory and getting the NFC title. Check this out.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. We'll get started. Our first question will come from Rick Stroud.
Hey, Tom, you certainly got contributions from Cyril and Keyshawn, and we'll ask you about them. But I want to ask you about having Antonio back, 15 targets for him to catch, 10 for over 100. What did that mean to your day-to-day?
Yeah, I thought everybody obviously did a great job. Different guys kind of who haven't had as many opportunities made a lot of great plays. And AB played great, just like he always does. We needed it with Mike out, Chris out, BP out. So line played great. Running backs played really well. Rowe played good with Lenny out. Keyshawn came in, ran hard. So we got to keep finding different ways to win. We got a huge game coming up in New York, and it'd be great to get our 12th win up there.
We'll go to Greg Auman.
This is such an unusual week with so many key players out. I just want to ask you what the key was to playing an entire game without Mike, without Chris, without Lenny, and having no turnovers, and just playing as clean a game as you guys did offensively to make this easy.
Yeah, we got to play clean games, and it sucks having those guys out. We'd much rather have them all out there with us. So, we like playing with all those guys, and they add so much to our offense, Chris and Mike and Leonard. Obviously, they just couldn't go today. We're going to miss Chris all year. And in the meantime, we're going to try to do our best to, get other guys opportunity and see if they can make the plays. And a bunch of guys did today, and we got to keep it going next week.
We'll go to Jenna.
Hey, Tom, congratulations. Earlier in the week, we talked about you getting your opportunity in the NFL and how you were ready for your moment. What did these guys, the Keyshawn Vaughns of the locker room, the Cyril Graysons, Anthony Nelson. What did those guys show you in that they were ready for their moment today too?
Yeah, they put in the work. They've got, take advantage of their opportunity. That's all you can do. You never know when you're going to get it. Different guys got different chances today, and, they took advantage of it. So, it's one game. It's an important game, a game we needed, especially coming off last week where we didn't play very well. But this is, now we got to go take care of business on the road, up north, and I'm sure there'll be some inclement weather, and, got to figure out how to go win a game a different way up there.
We'll go to Joey Knight.
Tom, AB hadn't played in a game in 2.5 months. Were you surprised he was able to give you that many reps?
Yeah, I was. I know he's been itching to get back out there, and he's just putting himself in a position to succeed. So, everyone's happy when he's out there making plays for us, and he does a great job for the quarterbacks, and makes a lot of critical plays, a lot of tough catches. Had him on some other chances where I was going to him and ran good routes. Ball just got knocked away. So it was a great performance by him. He did a great job.
We'll go back to Greg Auman.
I know you would have wanted this a week ago, but just to win a division title, I know you've had a lot of them, but the Bucs have not. What it means to have that first banner and the first real goal cleared for this team?
Well, I'm not taking anything for granted. Winning the division is hard to do. And we've earned it. I mean, we're 11-4, so that's not, it's not the greatest record in the world, but it's certainly not the worst either. So 11-4, I'll take it. We've lost some tough games. I think we've learned from each of those tough losses, but everything's ahead of us, and we got to, again, get to another win next week. That'd be huge for us, and then we got to finish these next 2 games really strong, and then we'll see where things stack up after that.
We have time for a few more. Next, we'll go to Jenna Lean.
Tom, I'm curious, what did you learn about this team? What did you learn about everyone when they were faced with just so much adversity this week, losing so many key guys? I mean, you lost 60% of your scoring offense.
Yeah, we lost a lot. And I don't think you just make up for it overnight. We're going to have to learn each other, the different guys. We're going to have to, do some different things with the guys that are in there. And, guys are going to have to keep getting better and make improvements. And hopefully we can get some guys back this week and then, get even stronger at these positions. But, guys are playing hard. The line's playing great. The tight ends are playing great. The backs obviously ran hard. We still got to get the backs involved in the pass game. The running backs, they're running it good. And, Lenny's kind of taken the lion's share of all those pass reps. So who's ever filling in when he's out's got to do a good job for us there. So we'll just keep trying to put together different combinations to put some pressure on the defense.
Last question will come from Rick Stroud.
Tom, when Keyshawn scored, I know you ran down there. I think maybe the first guy you congratulated was Cyril. What did you think of his hustle to get the block down there?
That was a great block. That's what I'm happy. It's a team game. Nothing's accomplished without everybody doing their job. And that was a great effort by Cyril. It wouldn't have scored without Cyril's effort. So I love seeing that. That's what great team football is all about. And, that's what we've got to become. We got to all fight for each other. The receivers got to block for the running backs, because a lot of times the running backs got to sit in the backfield and block in the pass game to get the receivers the ball. When it's time to run the ball, the receivers got to do their job in the run game. So that's what complementary football is all about. That's what being a great teammate's all about. I love seeing those plays.
All right,
thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Take care.
Tom Brady is always talking team football, talking about unity and how everybody's part in the game plays a major part in the game. As he said, running backs block so the receivers can get the ball. Receivers block so the running backs can find running lanes. Football is the ultimate team game. Yes, 1 or 2 guys can have a strong implication in the game, but without the sum, you don't get the whole. Tom Brady is exemplary of that. And it's so weird when you don't get to talk about a quarterback like that for years. Being in New England, he's like the empire. You want to love to hate him and things like that. But then when you get to learn what this guy is actually all about, when you see things from the inside out versus being the outside in, you have a new perspective of the way you look at that. And I'm talking about just as a player. And that's the way I look at things. I don't look at things I try my best to stay in between the two, but my mind always goes, I respond as a player. And that's how I think about things. And just on that level, you have an appreciation for that. Being a fan, you have an appreciation, but being a player, it's a different kind of appreciation, because you can be, and as a player, you can be both fan and teammate. And like I said, I had Jarvis here, and you hear the things that he says, and there's nothing but good things. I had Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis here, and they have nothing but good things to say, and they have long-lasting implications on their life that they will always remember. So with that, we're talking about the offense. I can't go without talking about Keyshawn Vaughn. And this one's a little bit of a sore subject, because Keyshawn Vaughn ran for seven attempts for 70 yards, which averages to be, if you math geniuses, it's 10 yards a carry with a 55-yard TD run. Keyshawn Vaughn did his thing in this game, putting up a nice run against the Carolina Panthers early in the game and putting the Bucs on the board. Now, the reason I say it's a sore subject, because there was a guy that was on this network named Alex Fleming, who went to the combine and everything, and there was a running back that he interviewed by the name of Keyshawn Vaughn out of Vanderbilt, former running back with Lovie Smith out of Illinois, who's now coaching out in Houston, which Houston got a big win. It's crazy to see how things turn out. A lot of people were down on Keyshawn, thinking he wasn't producing, but you just have to wait. You have to wait and wait your turn. And when he finally got a shot, you got to see he came flying out like a cannon. Young kid out of Philly, bounced around, is now finding his way. He's near the top of the pecking order now as far as the running back situation goes. Out in Tampa Bay, you had to wait for a while to get your chance, and as it goes, you get your chance to play. And you're going to hear from Keyshawn in a moment here, but I just want to put that out. Alex Fleming was a guy who looked at Keyshawn Vaughn out of Vanderbilt. Nobody had any idea who he was. Alex Fleming, the guy knew player personnels, Mekhi Becton and Tristan Wirfs and all these guys stars that you're seeing today, that the late Alex Fleming was on before this, for these guys came to in fruition in the pre-draft process up there in Indianapolis. So let's hear from Keyshawn, and we'll move on to the next. But big ups to you, Keyshawn Vaughn. Happy you got your chance to go out there and shine, and you'll get more chances here coming in New York. Get to play in weather inclinations. We'll see how you guys do there. So without further ado, Keyshawn Vaughn.
Get started. Our first question will come from Jenna Lane.
Yeah, Keyshawn, first of all, congratulations on the win and on that touchdown. Can you just kind of take us through that play and what happened? And a couple of your teammates on the edge there on that left side gave you a great block, and then Cyril downfield.
It's just one of our little double plays to the left. I just kind of read it out. Knew I had the corner one-on-one. I got skinny up the corner. Then it's me and the safety still farm him. Then, like you said, got Cyril down the field blocking for me, which made it even easier to get in the touchdown.
We'll go to Greg Allman.
Hey, Key, I just want to ask you what it meant for you guys that were called upon to step into bigger roles today, how much it meant to answer that call and play as well as you did today.
For me personally, it was big for me. I feel like this was an opportunity I've kind of been waiting on, sitting back waiting on. And I feel like I did great today. And it's just one step. It's so much more to be left. It's so much more left to add to my game, to correct. So it's just a starting point.
Thanks, Keith.
Thank you.
We'll go to Karen Loftus.
Hey, Keyshawn, can you just talk about what it meant to win the NFC South title today and just be able to lock that up?
I mean a lot to the team. It's something that ain't been done here in a long time. To finally do it and be a part of that is great. So I'm enjoying it. I believe my teammates are enjoying it too.
We have time for a few more. We'll go to Jenna Lane.
Yeah, along the same lines, Key, for you guys to lose such a big chunk of your offense, 60% of your offense scoring you lost when Chris and Mike and Lenny went down. Just what did it mean for you guys to have such a big role in keeping things going despite not having them?
For the guys that stepped up, I say we prepared all week, so we kind of understood the assignment and knew what we had to do and had to get this division win. So just stepping in for the guys like Mike, Chris, and Lenny. We just did this next man up. So we got to keep this going. And we got goals that we trying to hit.
We'll go to Leo Haggerty and then finish with Karen Loftus.
Keyshawn, you had a week to prepare mentally after a game that you really didn't play well. How important was it to go out and actually play well and score that touchdown?
It meant a lot to me, mentally and physically. More mental. Just kind of pacing myself, slowing the game down. Just kind of sitting back and learning. Then this week of preparation was also good for me.
Last question will come from JC Allen.
Hey, did you know you're preparing for a bigger role? Did you seek out advice from Leonard Fournette or Rojo or even Le'Veon Bell on a bigger role?
I've been around star running back since I got here. I've been seeking advice since I got here. So kind of to do it this week would have been kind of too much for me. So I mean, Le'Veon's here with me too, so he's in my ear. So I always had an old head kind of in my ear, kind of helping me out, calming me down if I get frustrated, stressed out or something. But like I said, I've been around a lot of star running backs, so I took in everything from them, advice, whatever it was.
All right, that's all we have time for. Appreciate taking time, Keyshawn.
Appreciate y'all.
Makes me laugh listening to him. Moving down here from Philadelphia, old heads, and hearing the way he talks with the Philly accent and the slang, the up north slang and things like that. It's fun to listen to people talking where you're from and things like that. But Keyshawn said everything I thought. You sit back and wait. It's frustrating. It is when you're used to playing and now you're playing with big star backs. At first, you didn't really know what was going to happen with the running back situation and stuff like that. And then chips fell. Lenny started taking off. Ronald Jones and then Giovanni Bernard. And now it's Keyshawn Vaughn who can catch the ball and can run the ball. So it's good that he gets these games coming up. So now he can acclimate more. And I'm happy he gets to come out and play. He's going to get a lot of reps in practice. He's going to be up in New York. He's from Philly, so his family can commute and see their family member play. I'm really looking forward to that, and I think that's pretty cool that he's going to get an opportunity for that. But as Keyshawn Vaughn, looking forward to seeing more from him, plus Cyril Grayson and all these guys that are getting real opportunities. So we talked a lot about the offense. So let's get into a little bit of what the defense got done. They didn't give up a touchdown 2 weeks in a row now. Tom Brady, talking about team unity and all that things like that. And all that is important in the game, especially coming into these playoffs in the postseason. We didn't even hear from Antonio Brown before we switch over to the defense. Antonio Brown came out, star receiver. I almost forgot that. Came out. They said 10 receptions in that game that they predicted he was going to get. Came out here and performed. Was just destroying former New England Patriot corner, now Carolina Panthers corner. Stephon Gilmore played for the Buffalo Bills for many years. Great corner. It's just you're afraid of the speed of Antonio Brown. So he takes advantage of that. If you want to play leverage high, he comes low. You play at coverage low, he comes high. And you're going to have to do things like that. Let's hear what Antonio Brown had to say with all that speculation going on. It seems like there's always something coming on with Antonio Brown, but as long as he plays football fine, I don't really care. People want to get so involved in their personal lives and all this other stuff, what's said behind the scenes. The players are honestly tired of hearing of it. And sometimes some media reporters in this Tampa Bay area ask some peculiar questions that you could tell. Read a room. You learn to read a room. There's some questions that that they don't want to answer, and you probably shouldn't ask. If you do, ask on a different time, not after a big win and winning the NFC South division and things like that. And you want to bring a dark cloud and when it's a sunny day, if you get what I'm saying. Let's watch this interview and let me know what you think.
As much as you did.
I'm just grateful. That's all I can say.
We'll go to Greg Allman.
Just in terms of how much you played, 15 targets to play as many snaps as you did you feel confident that physically you could handle that much?
That's what I do, man. It's my job. That's what I'm on the team for.
could you feel in terms of being a guy out there that Tom trusts? You didn't have Mike out there. You didn't have Chris. You didn't have Lenny. How much it meant for you to be out there for him as someone he knows and trusts on the field?
Well, anytime I get a chance to, be a part of the organization, play with a great guy such as Tom, you just want to provide your all anytime that opportunity presents itself.
Thanks, AB.
We'll go to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Antonio, congrats. I know Coach Arians had told you when you came to this team, you screw up one time and you're done. And some people would deem what happened as a screw up, but Coach Arians stood by your side and he brought you back. Just what did it mean for you after being here for a year to have a coach
Next question.
standing in your corner?
Next question. We just want to talk about this game. We don't want to waste no time with you guys writing in bogus.
Respectfully, Antonio, we haven't talked to you yet. We haven't talked
but
to you.
I don't want to talk about that. You guys is all drama. It's all about football. We don't talk about Carolina. I don't want to talk to you guys.
We'll go to Greg Allman.
Antonio, I'm sorry to keep going on this, but was there a point where you weren't sure if you'd be back with his team? Did you always think you'd be able to come back like you did today?
I'm just here to do my job, man. I can't control what people write, how people try to frame me or people try to bring me down. And life is about obstacles and persevering and doing what's right so you can get the right outcome. So I'm staying here before you guys, grateful, humbled, thankful, and excited to be a part of a big win with my teammates. It's not about what I did. It's about what all the guys in there did collectively together. And that's it.
Thanks, AB.
We'll go to Joey Knight.
Antonio, what were you dealing with physically? Like you said, people said, we haven't talked to you in a while. Was it foot, heel? What was it?
It's a lot of drama. You guys create, a lot of drama that people create who want stuff from me, but that's just a part of life. It's a part of being in the position I'm in. I can't control what people want from me. I can't control what people write about me. I can't control what people say about me. All I could do is get up every day, be the best person I could be. And when I get a chance to do my job the best way I could do it. And that's where we at today.
Last question will come from Evan Winter.
Yeah.
Hey, AB, congrats on the win. Just wanted to know, how did it feel being back in that wide receiver role, that number one role that you've been, accustomed to throughout your entire career?
It's always grateful. I don't put numbers on myself. I'm just here to serve the team in whatever capacity that entails. If that's playing 30 plays, if that's playing 10 plays, I'm here to maximize every opportunity. It's not about the past. It's about the present. And I'm here to just be a sponge for these guys and be able to serve these guys in whatever ways that entail. So, boom, man.
Boom it. Antonio Brown, it's kind of, I don't want to, people always want to, make people the enemy and things like that off of that. It is annoying when people write things and make up speculations and things like that. Now, granted, Antonio Brown hasn't helped himself either, but you can't always want to paint the person, the enemy for whatever said, and you don't really hold all the facts to everything. Being from the house with the trainer thing to now with the COVID card, I don't know all the speculation, especially after you watch the Kevin Hart special about what happened with his brother, drugging and blackmailing or whatever happened like that. These things are real. And when you're out there, everybody goes, oh, well, you just do that. You can't live your life in fear every day just because of that. They asked for that. I'm like, they didn't ask to be harassed. They worked hard to get paid to be in this position. They worked for it. For whatever it is, and you work for whatever it is that you want to do in your life. That's why I say that quote at the end of every show. But like I said before, I'm not blind to see, sometimes he brought it on himself, just a tad, but some of it's attacks. And people try to seek notoriety over it. But anyway, like I said, we're going to move to the defense. Antonio played his behind off in that game, and I don't see anything else short of him playing in New York and Carolina again the next 2 weeks. So let's move on to the defense. William Golston, multiple sacks in the game, been playing really well. They're coming down in the stretch. Great time to get hot. let's see what Will Golston after getting his NFC South Division championship.
Defense to get 7 sacks. That's the most, matches the most in any Bucs game since '99. And how it feels for you to get 2.5.
Feels great. Be able to play with this group of guys. Like you said, this is a great and fantastic defense. I credit my sacks to them because they get so much attention. They so happen to get free.
This is the second week in a row you guys held your opponent without a touchdown. Just how important it was for this defense to step up, knowing how many guys were missing all over.
We do got a lot of injuries missing. We got the next guy up mentality. We got to, as long as we follow the game plan and do everything we need to execute, we should be able to have this type of, defense all the time.
Thanks.
We'll go to JC Allen. If any media have questions, please raise your hand.
Will, you guys capture the first NFC South title since 2007 as one of the longest tenured players. Can you just speak on that and what that means to you?
It's amazing. Finally get to raise that type of banners, like you said, since 2007. And I get to play with a group of guys that I love dearly and for some coaches that I really and truly care about. I mean, I run through a brick wall for them guys, and to see everything coming into fruition is amazing.
This was the first goal you guys set for yourselves this season. 2 more goals left. What's it going to take to get there?
The same type of defensive performance that we had today, even better, make the plays that come, and just follow our game plan and our script and trust in each other.
We'll go to Jenna Lee.
Hey, Will, I know it was difficult for you guys losing Shaq Barrett today. Just what did it mean for you guys to be able to still keep it up as a pass rush and register a combined 7 sacks as a group, even when he wasn't out there?
That's still a credit to the next guy up mentality. Everybody came in here ready to play, ready to rush and work together and do what we had to do. Losing Shaq in the game is a big loss, especially like morally and, just for game plan type of thing. But Cam, Nelson, and Joe, they all stepped up and was ready to roll when they was coming.
All right, that's all we have time for. Appreciate taking the time, Will.
Big Will, getting straight to the point. William Golston. I was very, very critical on Will Golston at first, and probably because it was in a system that he wasn't built to play in at 4-3, and he's not that guy. He's really a run stuffer, and he can get after the quarterback a little bit, with help from other people, and he's been put in a system that he's successful in now. That's why his game has changed. I would have loved to see Adrian Claiborne in this defense. I think he would have been perfect. Him, Will Golston, and these guys still around. I think Adrian Claiborne is still around, but it's really great to hear him say that with the coaching. Lori Locust, a good friend of mine on social media. It's awesome to see all of that come into fruition and him to be able to play at this level with these group of guys, veterans, coaches, and he being able to put on a show. And speaking of putting on shows, I have to save the best for last. Led the team in tackles, got an interception, gets sacks, makes several plays downfield, just does everything there is possible. And he's going to get in my perspective this week. I got to do it. And without further ado, I give you Jordan Whitehead.
Hey, Jordan, just wanted to ask about the defense for the second game in a row to hold your opponent without a touchdown, to hold them to single digits, just how important it was to set the tone today. You were all over it in the first quarter there, especially.
Yeah, after last week, it was a little sour taste in our mouth still. So Coach Bowles just he challenged us all week to score points on defense. He challenged us to get turnovers and just play with a lot of energy. And so that's really the main focus today on my side, definitely. Nacho out, that's a high energy guy. Devontae out, Antoine out. So it was like somebody need to step up a little bit. And we just kind of all came together. Another game, no touchdown. So that was our goal.
Jordan, you see these guys in practice all the time, but to see big plays from Keyshawn Vaughn, from Cyril Grayson, how cool is that to see the way they handled the chance to step up into a bigger role?
It was great to see that. Both humble guys just keep working every day, don't say a lot. They just come to work every day. So it paid off today. Guys are down. They stepped up.
Thanks, Jordan.
We'll go to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Jordan, you mentioned guys being down on the defensive side of the ball, but you guys were also really shorthanded on offense. Just what did it mean for you to be able to have such a meaningful performance? You with your interception and then, the pass rush combining for 7 sacks, for you guys to really have your offenses back so much.
Like last year a little bit, we just start coming together as a defense during our last playoff stretch, the last couple games. And we really challenged the defensive backs, particularly put it on our back, try to, lock down all the receivers. We got great corners and great safeties, and then we got the best front seven in the league, and Devin and Levante out there. So, we're just trying to do our job. So when it comes down to the stretch and we're asked to make plays in the back end, we're out here to do it.
What does it mean too for you to be able to capture the NFC South despite all these injuries and everything, and to become the first group to do 11 win seasons in back-to-back years?
Yeah, it feels good. It's a blessing. We got a lot to work on. When we get everybody, it's gonna be scary when we get everybody back healthy. This team ready, loaded up and ready to go.
Thanks.
Last question will come from Evan Winter.
Hey, Jordan, congrats, man. It's cool to see how the Bucs use you around the line of scrimmage, in run defense, blitzing, all that good stuff. What's it mean to you to be so versatile and just able to pull off the things that Todd Bowles asked you to do?
Coach Bowles is one of the smartest coaches I've ever been around. He puts everybody in position to make plays. He has a lot of plays called up for every single person. So, you just got to be patient. When it's your time, you want to make the plays. It's going to be right there in front of you.
Thanks, man.
All right, that's all we have time for. Appreciate taking time, Jordan.
Thank you.
Jordan Whitehead's, I think, what was that Winter? He said that I think he compared I when I see Jordan Whitehead play and I watch him on the field, he reminds me a lot of Rondé Barber in his ability to bait the quarterback to throw balls, his ability to make tackles near the line of scrimmage, his ability to blitz. I see that every time. And when I look at then I see 33, I have to always double take because it feels like I'm looking at number 20, Rondé Barber back there. And it's just so ironically that Rondé Barber did a tape breakdown on Jordan Whitehead and the things he did. And I'm sure there was a reason why he felt the need to do that, because he does a lot of things that Rondé Barber does. Now, I'm not saying that they played two different positions, but the skill set is a lot of the same. Not burners, very highly intelligent guys, follow their schemes to the best of their ability, and they make those plays and help their team seal victories or get the offense back the ball. And that's all I've seen from Jordan Whitehead since the day he was drafted. Yes, he comes in a little hot sometimes with the cannonball blows he delivers and hurts his shoulders a little bit there, but the kid plays at 110 miles an hour, and I'm just looking forward to seeing the rest of the season to see if he can produce more plays. And ironically, as he said on social media, he was randomly drug tested to see if he has any performance-enhancing supplements. Whatever, that is what it is. They just got to chuckle about it on social media. And also, I'll be the mouthpiece for him. There's been a lot said about he's not a versatile safety versus coverage and tackling ability. He's tried to voice himself several times about that, and it's funny that people are just now seeing it, but the play has been the same. If you're actually watching tape and you're a guy that watches films, it's not always about just big splash plays, my friend. It's about everything else. There's a reason why other people make splash plays, because other people are doing their job, so you have the opportunity to make splash plays. But people don't get that, so I don't bother arguing with people about certain things. I'm going to leave it at that. We'll get into the Jets talk come later on this week as the Bucs get to travel north in the cold, in the Meadowlands in New Jersey, and face off against the New York Jets, who had a good battle last week. Quarterback Zach Wilson was running all over the place. We'll break down that tape and see what the keys of the victory are and check out what the injury situation is later on this week. But I'll end this as we always do. You're the master of everything. What you do with your life, what you do with it is entirely up to you. Follow me on social media. Look forward to see me and Big Brad Johnson, Super Bowl champion, 2001-2002 season. Brad Johnson, Super Bowl champ, doing trick shots for charity. Big Bad Brad and Big Bad Blake gonna face off. Starts Tuesday. Check that out. Make sure to follow Brad and myself to see it. Well, as we always do, you're the man. I said it already, right? You're the master of everything. What you do with your life, what you do is entirely up to you. Thank you, guys. God bless. And as always, fire those cannons. Boom.